Hey everybody, I wanted to record a really quick intro for this video. We had a Jiu-Jitsu tournament here in Augusta this past weekend. It was a Newbreed tournament. This is the third competition I've participated in, first one of this year, and it was a lot of fun. I had a good time. I had three other people in my division, so that was the most I've had before, which was surprising, but I was really glad. I got to have four matches in total. I had two matches in no gi and two matches in gi. So I'll just play each of those matches and talk a little bit about each of those as we go through those. Now, my first opponent of the day in no gi, he did a really good job. I made a huge mistake and got off balance early on, so he got right on top of me. I did get my half guard in, and then I was trying to get my knee in and get some kind of frame, but I was having an issue getting my left arm out from there. He had that underhook in on that side. I did have my right arm under, but it really wasn't going to be enough, and he was able to get my arm across for that choke there and got the submission pretty quick on me. So that first match went by pretty fast. Now, this second match that I had was with the other person who lost their first match, so we were going for third and fourth place in no-gi. Now, standing, I was doing pretty good defending. That was pretty bad when I went for the leg there, but I did manage to pull into guard, and I was managed to hold guard pretty well. I did want to try to get one of the arms and maybe go for an arm bar, and I never really got a chance to go for it. He was doing a good job defending against me there. One thing I did not try to do during this was that I did not try to go for a triangle or attempt one, and I think the possibility was there, but I was really focused on the arm. But I was really proud of myself during this match. And you'll notice that this match lasts for 4 minutes because we went the full distance for our match. So there were no submissions. Ultimately, I did lose on points and didn't score any points in the round. But I was pretty much defending from bottom the whole time. I wish I had been able to get out from under him, obviously. And once he passed the side control, he did try to go to mount a couple of times. And you'll see here throughout, and I was able to block him when he went for that. Now, here's one thing I got stuck on when I was trying a minute ago in here. Before I grabbed that leg, I had tried to slide out from underneath him, but I was unable to. And I think my arm positioning was just wrong there. And once again, when I was here, I tried to get out, but I was not able to really get him. I couldn't get a good bridge and get out from underneath him. He had good weight on me, so he was doing a good job on his end. Again there when he went, and ultimately he was able to get that mount on me there. Now I'm really just watching this again and commenting on it as I'm in that moment, and it looks like I was able to get him into half guard from that mount, so I was able to get that leg out. I wasn't able to get back into, I don't think I got back into a guard. I don't think I got, he may have gone back to side control. I'm not sure. We'll have to see here. But at this point, there was about a minute left in the match. So we were kind of stuck here for a minute as I was just defending myself. Okay, so yeah, I finally started to kind of get up, and I really did not want him to take my back, which generally is nobody would really want. But I was glad I managed to get up onto my knees at that point. Unfortunately, we did end up back inside control. But if you've watched my other tournament matches, you know that this is the longest I've held off someone I'm going against. And so, yeah, there's the bag thrown in for time. Time had run out. He obviously beat me on points. It was a good match. He was supposed to be my first opponent in gi, but he had an injury before he came to the tournament, so unfortunately he had to drop out, so there were only 3 of us in gi when we got to there. Now you might recognize my opponent here as the same person I've gone against in the last 2 tournaments I've been in. He's still tough as ever. I had a better standing game with him this time than I have in the past, so I was happy about that. But really, once he got his hooks in there, and you'll see him take me down in just a minute. Once he managed to get his hands in and flip me over, he was able to quickly get in position to get that choke on me. So he did a really great job ending that quickly. My last opponent of the day was also my first opponent of the day, and this was our gi match. Now, he came at me harder, I think, than the first match, and he was really pushing me. And once he took me down, he was right on top of me. Now, I did manage to push and get into half guard. So I was trying to work my way around to get into full guard. But once I got into half guard, he went for Americana. I was able to get to my side so he couldn't get that in. So then he was grabbing at my gi to try to take my back. I didn't want that to happen, but ultimately I left my left arm open, and he was able to pull it back for that arm bar. But he did a great job, and I have to say that my adrenaline rushed more during that match than the whole rest of the day. I had a great time at the tournament this weekend because there were only 3 of us in gi. I did place third, so I did get a medal for that, for placing in third. I've already talked about how my personal feelings are about those medals when you're going to medal regardless. So if you want to go back and hear my thoughts on that, you can watch the first video I did because I definitely had some feelings about it at the time since it was my first tournament. Um, this was the 3rd tournament I've been in. Like I said, I do want to say that I was not really nervous on the day of the tournament like I have been in the past. I've had a little bit of the nerves the day before because it has been a while since I've done a tournament. The last one was Myrtle Beach last summer. Um, but I had a great time. I learned a lot from what I did. I learned a lot from how my opponents fought against me. And if you do jiu-jitsu at all, I highly recommend competing because it really gives you a sense of what it's like when you're actually facing someone who's also putting that much energy against you because they're really trying to win and you're really trying to win. It's a lot different than it is just rolling in class. Um, but if you don't want to compete, that's fine. I just recommend doing it if you are somebody who's practicing jiu-jitsu. I think it's worthwhile, even just to do it one time to see what it's like. I'm going to keep competing. I definitely want to do better and better in the future and see how I can improve. Um, I definitely saw some things as I rewatched these matches. For example, in that second match, the long one, where I didn't tap out, there was that one moment when I got up back to my knees, and I could have backed out, I think, because I don't think he had a grasp on me at that moment. I could have backed out and got a good position on him. And instead, I did not take that opportunity like I should have. So there are moments like that. There are moments still where, for example, when my first gi match, once he had flipped me over and he got in position to choke me, it I kind of like my legs went dead, and I could have probably tried to do something as soon as he did that move to flip me, to start using my legs to try to change my position so he couldn't choke me. So there are things like that that I definitely need to look at um, and fix in what I'm doing. Um, but that's why we train. That's why we compete. We're always learning, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to learn more. And hopefully, the next tournament that's going to be near me won't be too far off, but we'll see. Um, Thank you so much again for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Most of my content is not about jiu-jitsu, but I do like to talk about it when I have opportunities like this. Um, Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.